Apple just held an event titled Let Loose, where they announced new iPads and accessories. I'll have a link to the full event in the description if you want to look. That event is 38 minutes long. But in this video, we'll have everything compiled, what was released and the most important details. Let's get into it. Hello everyone. The first thing in Apple's event was the new M2 iPad Air that now comes in a larger 13-inch model along with the 11-inch model. It now has the M2 chip that makes the new Air 50% faster than the previous Air with the M1 chip and is 3 times faster than the iPad with the A14 Bionic chip. The front camera has been moved to the landscape edge and it features a center stage which uses machine learning to automatically keep everyone in the field of view. New camera orientations allows for people to more naturally engage in video calls without having to look off to the side. The new Air now has landscape stereo speakers with spatial audio. New models come in 4 colors: blue, purple, starlight and space gray. New iPad Air works with the 6th generation Magic Keyboard and the 2nd generation Apple Pencil, and it supports Apple Pencil hover feature for greater precision, letting you preview your mark before you make it. It also works with the new Apple Pencil Pro that was introduced as well, which I'll talk more about in just a minute. The iPad Air starts at 128GB and can be configured up to 1TB in storage. Then we had the new M4 iPad Pro, and there's a lot to talk about. So there are 2 new redesigned iPad Pros, an 11-inch and 13-inch model with incredibly thin and super light design. The 11-inch Pro is 5.3mm thin and 13-inch Pro is 5.1mm thin, which makes it the thinnest Apple product ever, and they're both super light as well. iPad Pro comes in 2 finishes, silver and space black. The OLED display now comes to the iPad Pro for the first time. And to deliver XDR performance, the display actually uses 2 OLED panels which Apple calls tandem OLED. The new Pro can support 1000 nits of full screen brightness for both SDR and HDR content and 1600 nits of peak HDR brightness. This means specular highlights in photos and videos appear brighter, deeper true black and more details with shadows and low light. Also, it's more responsive for content and motion. Apple is calling this display the Ultra Retina XDR and it's available for both models. And for those who work in an environment where there's a lot of reflections on your iPad, you can now have a nanotexture glass option, available for 1TB and 2TB options. Performance boosted up quite a lot as the iPad Pros now have the new M4 chip inside, meaning that the new Pro jumps from M2 all the way to M4. The M4 is built on a 2nd generation 3nm technology, and there's an entirely new display engine to drive that new Ultra Retina XDR display, and it offers better CPU and GPU performance. The M4 chip delivers up to 50% faster CPU performance than the M2 in the previous iPad Pro, and GPU performance is up to 4 times faster than M2. Thermal performance has been improved by incorporating graphite sheets into the main housing and copper into Apple logo, which leads to nearly 20% improvements in thermal performance. iPad Pro has a 12-megapixel back camera that can capture detailed 4K ProRes video and a LiDAR scanner, which makes the AR experience faster and more stable. Pro also has 4 studio quality microphones, as Apple describes. There's a new adaptive True Tone Fast that makes document scanning easier. When you're trying to scan a document, there's often lighting conditions that cast a shadow. Pro uses AI to automatically detect documents like forms and receipts. If shadows are on the way, it instantly takes multiple photos with the new adaptive flash. The frames are stitched together and the result is a straight scan. The front camera is now on the landscape edge, just like the iPad Air. Landscape Edge also has new charging and pairing system for Apple Pencil. The iPad Pro starts at 256GB and can be configured up to 2TB in storage. New Magic Keyboard was introduced for the iPad Pros. It's much thinner and lighter. It comes in 2 colors, black and silver. There's a function row for quick access to useful controls and it has a larger trackpad. And Apple says that the entire experience feels just like using the MacBook. Apple also introduced an entirely new Apple Pencil called Apple Pencil Pro. And even though the name has Pro on it, it works with the new iPad Air as well. The new pencil comes with many new features, like a new sensor in the barrel of the pencil that allows for squeeze gestures, and a haptic engine that gives you feedback. A gyroscope allows you to roll the pencil and change the orientation of a shaped pen or brush you're using. In case you ever lost your Apple Pencil Pro, it's easier to find as it now supports Find My. And of course, it pairs, charges and stores magnetically. Apple also introduced updates to Pro apps like Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro. With the M4 chip in the iPad Pro, these apps have new AI features like isolating a subject from its background in just one tap on a 4K video in Final Cut Pro, and much more. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up the event. And of course, I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. What do you think about everything that Apple announced? Are you planning on picking up anything? Let me know in the comments. And hopefully this video was useful. Please smash that like button if it did. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.